Hi guys, welcome to Vlogmas 8. Okay, I just want to let you guys know that today is not actually the 8th. Today is December 13th, and I know that sounds really confusing, but today on the 8th, like today's vlog, I didn't actually vlog. I wanted to do a video to kind of fill it in, but it's not really a filler video. I think it's actually really important to me and to a few people out there. I think 90% of you guys won't really care about this video, but I don't really care. I'm doing this video for myself, and especially for people who have it as well. So I know this video is gonna get like no views, but it's extremely important to me to reach out to those of you guys who have this and for you to feel like you're not alone. So today we're gonna be talking about psoriasis. Psoriasis is a skin condition and it's chronic. Well, at least that's what people say. And let me read you the definition just so you get an idea, because trigger warning, I'm not an expert. I don't know much about it. I don't think a lot of people do know. Like even like doctors don't really know exactly like what causes it and everything. Let me give you a definition on the site, the web, just so I don't mess anything up. Okay, so psoriasis is a common, I don't really think it's that common because I asked a lot of people to ask me questions for this video and not a lot of people like responded, so I don't feel like it's super common, but I guess it's kind of common. A chronic autoimmune disease that causes dry, red, scaly patches and flakes to appear on the skin. The rash often goes away after a while, but then it flares up again, often as a result of a trigger, such as stress. It is thought to happen when the immune system mistakenly starts producing skin cells too quickly. Psoriasis affects 3% of people globally and 7 million people in the US. Wow, that's actually a lot. It affects men and women equally. It can begin at any age. It's most common between ages 15 and 35. And then again, 50 to 60. Main symptoms are red, flaky, crusty patches covered with silvery scales that shed easily, intense itching and burning. And then there's mild cases, moderate cases, and extreme cases. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, it's a condition where your skin, it's autoimmune, so it happens on the inside, where your skin cells, I think it's the T cells that do it, but do not quote me. But anyways, your cells are producing too fast, and it causes these flare-ups, and a lot of things can like trigger it even more, like when you're stressing or when it's windy outside, or it just happens. Like nothing can trigger it and you'll just have a flare-up. So it can happen anywhere in your skin. So now that you know kind of what it is, I'll take you back to when like it first started for me. I believe it was my first year of college, which was 2012 or 2013-ish. Yeah, it's like 2012. I was sitting in class and I was just itching, like my scalp. I was like, oh my god, this itches. I forgot if it was like on the side or on top of my head. I think it was like on top of my scalp. Like it wasn't normal dry. I started feeling like this texture and I'm like, ew, why is my scalp like thick and crusty? So I would keep scratching it, and then like I would look at it and there would be like these scales. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, that's kind of weird. But I'm like, whatever. Like, it's probably, like, I've always had dry skin, so I thought it was just, like, normal dry skin. But eventually, I started getting, like, some patches. It didn't, like, spread everywhere, but I would start getting little patches. So, I believe it was on this arm. It was, like, this big. It started getting, like, kind of itchy. And then all of a sudden, this patch formed where it was like red and scaly and itchy. So pretty much think of eczema. It's very similar to eczema. Sometimes like I don't even know what exactly is the difference, but it was a patch of eczema looking skin and it flares up. And then I was like, oh my god, this thing is so big. So I would try to put lotion, and lotion didn't do anything. And I'm like, oh my god, like I pretty much just didn't know what to do. I didn't know what it was. And then I started getting on my neck, it was like a smaller, I would say like this big. I got a little patch on my neck, and it was the same thing. It was like red and scaly, and it looked like really disgusting. This is very dry and flaky. I remember like all I did to handle it was to hide it. So I would wear long sleeve to cover like this part, and then I would wear my hair down so you could never see this part. I didn't know what to do because lotion didn't help. I got like thick lotion. I went to like Target, Walmart, CVS, like just everywhere to find like eczema cream. So like thicker creams, but just over the counter. Honestly, nothing worked. Like it would calm it down a little bit, but it wouldn't like get rid of it fully. I couldn't even tell you the brands that I used because I bought a couple. I think one of them started with a C, like Corazon or whatever you call it. I tried I think Aveeno, just a lot of brands over the counter, so you can get at like Target and all that stuff. Nothing really got rid of it all the way because they were like thick patches of skin, like scales on your skin. And I kind of want to show you a picture of what it kind of looks like because it looks so nasty. That's why a lot of people feel really alone, because you don't walk around and see people with it really, on like not a lot. And it's like super embarrassing. It was, at first it was really scary because I'm like, what's wrong with me? And it was just, I just wanted to hide it. This is what it could look like. Let me get you up close. Okay, sometimes it looks a little bit different, but that's generally what they look like. Generally, sometimes it looks more white, and like I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell my family. I don't want to cry. It looked so bad that I felt like no one would understand. Like I felt like if I would, I'm crying because it's like taking me back to that feeling of when I was that feeling of when I first got it and like I didn't know what to do. I feel like they would have been disgusted because it looks disgusting. Like it doesn't look normal. I think I might have briefly said like, oh, I just have dry skin, but like I would avoid like really talking about it, and I would not ask for help. I'd rather hide it. I had those patches for like 2-3 months. Right now, if you could see like this white, it's kind of like pink and white. I do still have it on my elbows. I've always had like tiny patches on my head right here, and then under right here. And then one day, it just got really bad. It literally traveled like down to my neck, to where like if I were to wear my hair up, you would see like an inch or two of this thick red silvery scale like all over, like from here to here, and then it would travel all the way up to the middle of my head. And so it was huge and it was really bad. I freaked out and I was like, oh my god. And I tried everything over the counter, and one day I kind of just gave up. If you guys notice why I always wear my hair down, people always say, I never see you with your hair up. Now you know why. So I was like, honestly, I was honestly miserable and embarrassed, and I felt really alone because I honestly didn't think anyone else was going through it. And I don't know why. I don't remember researching about it. I thought it was just me, like something's wrong with me. So literally this went on for years. Like I think 4 years. Eventually I went on this vacation with my family. I didn't have my hair up, but I was laying down on my sister's lap. And you know when you're laying down, your hair gets pushed back. So my sister looked down and she was like, Jenny, your neck. She's like, dude, your neck, what's wrong with it? And I'm like, I'm just dry. You know, like I felt so embarrassed. This was like a secret that I didn't want anyone to like know about because I was embarrassed. And it's, yeah. And she was like, oh my god. And then she started lifting my scalp and she's like, Jenny, it looks so bad. She asked me like, how long have I had that? And I'm like, a while. And I was like shaking, like because I just didn't want to deal with it. And she was like, dude, like we should get it checked out. Let's take you to a dermatologist or whatever. I went home that day and I cried. I would cry a lot over this psoriasis thing, but I cried that day. And my brother-in-law brought me this cream and he said this is like medical grade cream. So I tried that cream and it actually helped a lot. Like most of it was gone. And I'll talk about that cream in a little bit because I want to jump to questions now. So just to wrap that story up, I finally like started using prescripted creams from the doctor. It's honestly a lot better than before because I do use a cream whenever it like flares up a lot. So it'll go down, and then whenever I stop using the cream and then the weather gets dry or whatever, so my stress triggers it, it'll just flare up again. And it just happens like back and forth. But I pretty much have it like calmer now to where like I don't feel as embarrassed because I know that I have like a cream whenever it gets really bad. And I know it might sound really dramatic to some people. Like I feel like some people would be like, dude, why is she crying so much? But honestly, you don't know until you have it, because it's not just the physical appearance. It's itchy, it's uncomfortable, it drives you crazy. On Snapchat and IG, I did get a few questions. So yeah, a lot of people asked just what is it, which I already explained. So hi, Jennifer asked, my friend Alex asked that same thing. So Allison on Snapchat said, OMG, I have it too on my scalp and hairline. Yes, girl, I still have it. Please tell me how you deal with it. Honestly, when it flares up a lot, I put this cream. So I'm going to talk about this cream in like the next, because someone asked about the cream. So that's how I deal with it. I would put some cream. I also use like really thick lotions if it's a small patch like this. And like honestly, sometimes I get lazy and I just put lotion and it kind of helps. It helps to always hydrate your skin. Try to pull up your hair and just go in the sun, maybe go in your backyard and just have the sun reach your skin in whatever part you have it in. So I heard the sun helps a lot. I think don't take hot baths if you have it. If you have psoriasis, there's no way to get rid of it. You just have to contain it. You just have to deal with it. And for me, what makes it easier is knowing that I'm not alone. Other people have it. And if you haven't gone to the doctor, please, I'm telling you, like, I know you're scared, but go to the doctor. And it's so normal. Like, doctors have probably seen hundreds of patients with psoriasis and eczema. So don't be scared. Like, I promise you, do not be scared. And please reach out to your family and friends. Like, don't make my mistake, because I was suffering for years because I didn't want to talk to anyone about it. I really wish I went back and told someone that I was like, that I needed help and I wanted, like, I could have gone to the doctor by myself, but I just, like I said, didn't feel like anything would help me and I didn't want to talk to anyone about it. So that's kind of how I deal with it. Christy Oria asked, I'm so glad you're doing this because I've struggled with it for so long, and I'm nowhere near as confident as you. How do you do it? I'm honestly like not as confident as I look. I mean, I'm very confident, but when it comes to those parts of my skin, I'm still like insecure. Like I don't think anyone would be confident with it showing unless you're just like an awesome person. Honestly, yeah, like if someone sees this, like I keep showing you this, but this is a very minor like example. But the fact that it calms down, like I wear my hair up sometimes. Carrie M said, OMG, I have something similar to psoriasis, but I would like to know what creams you use and how you deal with it when it's really bad. Are you wary of what your doctor recommends? So this is a cream that I got from my doctor. Boy, I cannot pronounce that. Triamcinolone. Whatever. This is what it looks like. I'm just gonna show you. You can screenshot this, take a picture of this, and then maybe show it to your doctor. But I'm sure if you tell your doctor you suffer from eczema or psoriasis, they'll give you something like this. And I just heard that you shouldn't use this like way too much. Like you shouldn't abuse this thing because it is like a steroid or something like that. That's what my sister told me. She's a nurse. Arlene Nicole asked, how do you take care of it? Which I kind of already talked about. Because I use tea gel and it works for a little, then it comes back. So I don't know what you're talking about when you say tea gel, but the reason why it works and it comes back is because, yeah, the cream or the gel is good, but this condition, psoriasis, it's chronic. So yeah, that really sucks, but just know that it coming back is normal. Julie Ann asked, what were the first symptoms noticed before you knew you had psoriasis? Because I think I might have it. And what shampoo do you use? So I kind of already explained like my symptoms. I bought a shampoo over the counter. I forgot the name because this was like 2 years ago, and it didn't really work. Because when you have psoriasis, a lot of people have it on their scalp, okay? Or on their hairline or whatever. And so you can't really stick creams. Like it's awkward. Like not awkward, but like the hair gets in the way, your hair gets in the way. So a lot of people try to use shampoo to like help calm it. I've tried one, I forgot the name, but like I said, it didn't really work, and I never tried shampoos again. I would just try to put up my hair and stick the cream in, but I'm struggling. So honestly, I'm probably gonna go ask my doctor if there's a prescribed shampoo I could use. Hopefully there is something good out there, and if there is, I'll let you know. But so far, I don't know. And if you guys know of any, please let me know. Sorry, I don't know how to say your name, but which part of the body do you have it in? I'm not sure, but I have it on my eyelids. It seems to be very dry with flakes, itchy, and red. I have it on my scalp. I started getting a patch here. I don't know if you could tell. Probably not. But I started putting cream on it immediately. Like I said, I have it on my elbow, and it always randomly like comes just anywhere. My recent ones, like I have a couple of dots on my stomach. It's nothing crazy, like you can barely see it. But yeah, I'm like really lucky that mine is like kind of calm. So I really have like I would say a moderate. I used to have like a moderate case of psoriasis, but now it's mild. Angie S said, ooh, I have psoriasis too. Do you take medication for it? I don't take like it orally. I honestly didn't even know that exists, because if it does, I need to know. But I do like the cream that I told you guys. Other people asked, what do you use to treat it? But I already mentioned it. A lot of people asked the same question. I just want to close this video saying, like, if you have psoriasis or eczema or whatever skin condition, whatever you're going through, I honestly, like, I know it's easier said than done, because I still get embarrassed. I hate putting my hair up because I still get these dry patches and these flakes, and honestly, like, do you guys remember when I was blonde? So I had to put bleach in my hair when I was blonde, and like, you know how bleach kind of burns? Well, mine was burning like 20 times more than normal, and I was like crying, and my skin, like my scalp was like bleeding. Probably shouldn't have bleached it, but I really wanted blonde hair, and like now I want to dye my hair, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to put my scalp through that, but I really don't want you guys to feel like I don't want to cry. But I mean, I'm gonna still keep my crying in the video because I want you guys to know how like passionate I feel. I think this video is so important because I think that there are a lot of girls and boys who feel like I once felt. Like super scared, alone, and it doesn't really have to be specifically psoriasis, just like any condition or just anything that you're going through that you feel like no one else would understand. It's really depressing, and because no matter how confident you are, it's hard when people are staring. And yeah, so I want to let you guys know, like, please reach out for help if you haven't. Just accept it, because like, what are we gonna do? Like, it's never gonna go away. So yeah, I love you guys so much, and I just hate being dramatic, but like, to me it's a serious thing that I really wanted to talk to you guys about for like years now. I just kind of barely had the courage to sit down and like really talk to you guys about it. I don't have the courage to like show you pictures of myself, but it pretty much, I showed you an example and it kind of looks like that. It kind of looks different on everyone, but that's pretty much it. I love you guys so much. If you watch this much, because I think this is gonna be a long video, if you watch this, thank you so much, and I love you guys. And you guys could always reach out to me if you're going through this, if you're going through anything. Please, I'm gonna be here for you guys, and I will listen, even though I might not be going through what you're going through. Like, I'm a good listener, so I've been told. So anyways, I love you guys, and thank you so much for watching. Bye. Wait guys, I know I already said bye, but this person said that they recommend psoriasis over the counter for $15. So I never heard of it, but I will definitely look for it. Alright guys, and there's the answer. Alright guys, bye.